Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you today about something that's very different. It is palettes that are multi-purpose. And I was going to just be talking about eye palettes, and then I noticed that there were several palettes that were made to be multi-purpose. In other words, they would be for eyes. Why do I want to say ears, nose, throat? I think because I need to go to an ENT doctor for my throat. By the way, if it's irritating, I'm sorry, I still haven't been to the doctor yet. But I want to talk to you about these palettes that not only can do eyes, but can also do a bit of cheek work, meaning contouring, blushing, and a couple of them can even do the eye pencils and mascara and all of that. I generally don't use multi-purpose palettes for that, but you could if the palette comes with it. So let's just get right to it. The very first one that I thought of, and this was from a long time ago when I flew, and this was one of the, what is with me? I started to think of air traffic control. But this was one of the Sky Mall, that's what it was, gifts, that you can purchase it and you don't have to pay taxes because you're up in the air. And this is the Caresse Couleur, and it's made by Lancome. And I doubt, this is kind of older, so I doubt that it's still in Sky Mall. But what I loved about it is they just knew that here's this person who forgot all their cosmetics. And so you see here that it has a pretty decent array of shadows, from neutral tones to some brights, a couple of lipsticks, and a blush. And then if you take this little plastic case off, then these little sides move out, and you also have the little brushes and sponges to put things on with. There's your little blush brush, and there's a lip pencil, and up here is an eye pencil and a mascara. So that is the most complete one I've ever seen. The problem is I was not complete. Oh, by the way, look at this. There's even a little powder with the little powder puff. Isn't that a little fashion powder puff? I thought that was so cute. But I wasn't crazy about the quality. It seemed to be it seemed to be drying. But anyway, still to this day, if I go on a trip, this may be one of the ones I choose. The thing is now I have so many others to choose from that it may not be too. So that's the one that kind of got me started thinking about this. The second one, I know that you guys are all like, oh my gosh, if she talks about this one anymore. That was my Kermit the Frog voice. This is from Sigma. The beauty gurus who contributed to this through Sigma. This is the Paris palette, obviously. And these are the names. I'll put them up real close so you can see them. But the one that got my attention, because she's the first person I ever watched on YouTube, was Makeup by Tiffany D, which you see is right there. But look at these other names. I'm sure you know some of these folks. X Sparkage and X Teener and Dolce. Isn't it Dolce Candy? Yeah, Candy 87. From Head to Toe. Petroluge, MAC NC40, and I think that's it. But what I loved about this, and I've mentioned this before, when our house caught on fire and we had to live in a hotel for 4 months, this is the palette that I took with me. And what I love about this palette is, for one thing, it does have a huge mirror, but I had the big hotel mirror, so that wasn't like a huge plus. But look at the quality of the brushes that come with this. These are real Sigma brushes. So you have a real F40 large angled blush brush that you can use in either one of these, and the darker one really does serve like a contour, and then you've got the highlighter right there, or really that is such a low sheen highlighter you could use it just as facial powder. And then look at the incredible, you can see I've used this a lot, look at the incredible color array. You've got a black, you've got a dark blue, you've got a teal, you've got a green, you've got a plum, you've got Notre Dame is kind of like a pink gray plum, which it's my favorite color in here. Well, second favorite. Then Triomphe, which is a true gray, and then Versailles, which is my true favorite, and it's completely gone. It is the best champagne highlighter I've ever had, even since I was a teenager, that far back. And then you also get an E55 eyeshadow short shader brush, and of course you obviously would need other brushes. So that's one. Then I started thinking about the one that I used this week, because 2 times I woke up too late to do my makeup at home, and so I had this in the car. This is the Tarte Amazonian, oh no, it's Rainforest After Dark, yeah. Rainforest After Dark is what this is. And people are like, you have this snake from the Garden of Eden. I'm like, no, it's a python, you ding dong. But anyway, so here it is, and it's just a fantastic palette. You've got the contouring color, and you really could use that on your eyes as well. Blush, highlighter, and all these great colors that you can use in this big, huge mirror. So that's one. Then the other one that I thought of right off the bat was another one that I have not used much, and I'm not quite sure why. This is the Lorac Pro To Go, and y'all, this is one, if you don't have it, you need to go get it. The bottom part of this, it opens two ways, that way and that way, the top and the bottom. The bottom, you flip it over, and it has bronzer, blush, and another blush, a coral blush, a pink brush, and a bronzer. See that? Perfect. It does have this little angled brush, I guess, so that you could use that for your brows as well. And then it also has a little tiny brush here, and this incredible palette. That is just incredible. You have this highlighter, which is matte, and this one that's frosted. Actually, this whole bottom row is matte, and the whole top is frosted. And it's just neutral warms. It's absolutely fantastic one to keep in like a tote or in your car or something like that. Here's another one that I had from years ago. This is Mary Kay's signature, and it has eyeshadow, blush, the brushes, and a lipstick. And these are all interchangeable. Those pop out. And then Chantecaille, you know, that's the one that comes out with all kinds of causes. But the first thing that I noticed with this one, which made me go back and look at this one, this is the Save the Bees palette, was that there was this very weird eyeshadow that was like peach. And it's like, well, that's because it's not eyeshadow, it's blush. So the blush, the highlighter, and two neutrals. And that blue, you think, seriously, I would not want to use blue as a highlighter. It's like a blue, white, silver. It is a perfect highlighter. And so it made me go back and look at the other one. And this one, this is the Wild Horses palette. And it, I noticed, also had a color that you could use as an eyeshadow or a blush. See that color right there? That's a blush. Or you could use it as a shadow, because obviously we like to use orange and peach and reddish tones, colors to blend. So then I had this huge palette from M Cosmetics. This is Michelle Phan's line, and normally it doesn't have all the little instructions in the lid. It looks normally like this, and obviously you can pop out any one of the four that come with this one, and this is the Life palette. There's a number of them. And you can pop out any one of those four and put it into the little to-go palette, and that's what I did. So this is my to-go palette, and if you'll notice, there is eyeshadows, two lip glosses, and a blush. So that's another one. And then NARS makes one, and it's called The Happening, and it's Eye and Cheek palette. And it's got the two most famous colors, their Laguna Bronzer and their Orgasm Peachy Pink. I think it's more peachy, and it's very frosted, which is why I don't use it so much, blush. And then it's got some really good neutrals of brown, and then it adds in some plum. And the only thing in that is matte, though, is that dark, dark brown. It's almost doubles as black, could be used for eyeliner. So anyway, did I do all of them? I did. So anyway, it's always good to have a palette handy, whether it's in your tote, or you keep it in your car glove box, or, you know, the little side things on the side. Or in your purse. If it's one of these that's not very heavy, like these are not very heavy at all. And really, neither is the M one. This one. Neither is the NARS one. This Lorac Pro one is a little heavier, but I absolutely love this one. And then the only other thing that you need to keep with you, because if it doesn't come with it, and I don't have it with me, oh my gosh, it's in my purse in the other room, is one of those little tiny brush sets. And you can get them at the drugstore. I happen to have one that I got at Ulta from It Cosmetics. I absolutely adore it. And it has both some facial brushes on one side, and, you know, it's one of those that opens up like a roll. And the other side has some really good It Cosmetics eyeshadow brushes. And it also has one of them, they're double-ended, and one of them has the spoolie and the angle brush for your brow as well. So the only thing that you would need for a lot of these is a lip product, which some of them have, and mascara, which one of them has. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed seeing these palettes, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.